Good morning. I'm a few minutes early. I woke up very early this morning, kind of at that time where I was like, there's not really any point in going back to sleep at this point. So I got to be here a couple minutes early. I'm so glad to be here. Glad to be here for you and to support you in whatever you are wanting to work on. The purpose of everything I do with making your impact is to, in whatever way I can, equip you to do the things that are on your heart to do that can change the world. A lot of people who come on here are writers, and I believe anybody engaging in any type of art form inherently changes the world. So I'm really glad to be here for the writing community, or anybody who just wants to set aside some time to work on a passion project, a side hustle, whatever you want to call it. And then I get to have the additional benefit myself of having the time set aside for my passion projects as well, which is funny because my full-time job is also a passion project. But then I have, an additional one as well. I'm going to go ahead. I had my timers pulled up, but I didn't have them read. What you doing here, buddy? Why aren't you pulling up the 10 minutes? You're just having a little bit of trouble, but why? There we go. Oh, hello, Francis. Good early afternoon to you. How's your day been so far? What are you working on? Francis, I'm telling you, ever since that fateful Tuesday 2 weeks ago when everything was so bad with my internet, now that I've plugged in, my whole life is different. Everything is faster. I just wanted to let you know that because you were really there for me that day. So, Francis, are you doing Camp NaNoWriMo? Ooh, a household sprint today. Ooh, I love it. I love a good household sprint, a tidying sprint or a cleaning sprint. It's when I started doing household type sprints, I was amazed to discover it really drove home that you can get so many of those kinds of things done way faster than you think. It seems like, oh, it's going to take forever to get this done. And then 15 minutes goes by and you have accomplished way more than you thought you would. So that's great. I can't wait to hear how that goes for you. Okay, then, well, I say let's just go ahead and jump in. Excuse me, I got my 10-minute timer going. Let's do it. How's your first sprint? Your first 10 minutes. I did morning pages. I've been wrestling with just a question, a new approach to rest and sleep, and trying to find some solutions for different things. And so that's been a lot of my morning pages fodder, I guess you could say. So that's what I was writing about today. Francis says, there are last minute Camp Now sprint prep to be done, right? But first laundry. Hard to do anything if you can't wear any of the clothes that you own. They're all dirty. I get that for sure. How was that for you? Did you get a load in? Did you get some stuff folded? Are you mid laundry? Oh man, it's the best feeling in the world. When, like, on a Sunday, I tend to do laundry a lot on Sundays. I'm just kind of in that habit now. And that feeling of when everything is done and put away and folded or hung up. I try not to fuss too much with folding, just pretty simple, but I'm like, I have accomplished something now. I get that for sure. Okay, well, I think usually the past month and a half, I guess, actually almost 2 months now, I think, that I've been doing the morning live streams. I've really been focusing on my podcast, and there's still a lot of work to be done on that. But I realized that there are a couple of other priorities that I need to take care of. One being my Etsy shop, just doing some updating there that I've been thinking about. And also my plan for my podcast episodes, I kind of, at the beginning of the year, brainstormed what topics I would have on what day. And I realized that I could improve the mix of different kinds of episodes. So I've been thinking that I need to revisit that. That's kind of a fun thing to do. I've been hitting it pretty hard with writing episodes, outlining, recording. I really just have one more episode that's fully prepared that I need to record. I'll probably get that done, I'm guessing, on my Friday live stream. So there you go. Oh, Francis says, oh man, yeah. It's so nice to get into clean sheets at night. You really feel the difference, don't you? Nice. Here's to see what updates will be on Etsy. New mugs. I do have new mugs. I'm actually going to look at some pricing. I set the prices on my mugs last November, and it was all a grand. Oh, by the way, thank you for your kind words. I just glossed right over your compliment. I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm tired this morning. But anyway, very kind of you to say. Thank you, Francis. I set those prices based on the best advice that I could find at the time. And I just really want to review that. It was a big experiment, and I had absolutely no idea how it's going to work. So I'm just going to I just need to do an overview, just review what I've got there. And then I do have additional design ideas that I need to add. I get into such a routine where, I guess, what is it? I don't know if the science is going to be correct. The whole an object in motion stays in motion, right? Isn't that one of the laws of physics? Something like that. So I get on the path of, like, I'm just focused on my podcast and I'm just working on that. And I can get tunnel vision so quickly that it can be hard for me to change directions and check out something else. So that's what I'm trying to take a break from what I've been doing to address these other things. I'll let you know what happens, Francis. Well, I say that we go ahead and do a 25-minute sprint. Oh boy. Francis, I wish you the best in your laundry endeavors during these 25 minutes. So let me know what you get done. Oh boy, here it goes. I'm listening to my Focus at Will playlist. So I thought that I would interrupt with the gentle music that has been helping me concentrate. How did that go for you, Francis? Did you get some more household sprints in during that time? I was checking my Etsy shop, and then kind of I needed to Google a few things. I don't know. Didn't feel like I got a lot done during that sprint, but I'm just taking some first steps to figuring this all out. I use a print on demand business, and so just figuring it out, basically. It's like sometimes for my work, I literally have to spend time brainstorming and planning and writing down notes, and that never feels super productive, even though it's absolutely necessary to what I do. But it's not like producing something. Oh, Francis says, did a dust bunny hunt. Nice. Started on changing winter with summer clothes. Nice. So it's starting to get a little bit warmer there? I think one of the last times that we spoke, it was snowing and very cold indeed. So hopefully, yes, be gone thick coats. Hello, flowery dresses. That sounds lovely. You have to do some good layering for a little while. Have like the cardigan over top of the dresses. Yeah, but that's good. Hopefully you'll transition into spring. Hi, Shonda. Shonda, I think is this your first time here? I don't remember, but it's lovely to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Shonda, are you an author? Did you find this through Devin Cutting's playlist, or are you just looking for productivity sprints? What are you up to today? I say good morning to you because it's about 6:30 a.m. where I live, but if you feel comfortable sharing, where in the world are you? Is it morning for you? It's late or early afternoon for our friend Francis here. So I'd love to hear about what you're working on. I usually start off with a 10-minute sprint, and then I do 25-minute blocks of time. We just wrapped up one just a couple minutes ago. I am starting to feel like I understand what I need to do with my Etsy shop and changing prices, and I was just sort of getting to that when the sprint ended. So I say we hop back in. I'll hop back into the sprint, but Shonda and of course Francis, let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments, and we can chat more at the end of it. But maybe you're a veteran live stream participant. Some people like they're kind of new to it. So let me know if this is something that you participate in a lot. Oh, let's see here. First time here, I think so. Yeah. Google Live Sprint, and this popped up. Fantastic. Oh, on the border between Eastern and Central Time, 7:30 a.m. here. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Oklahoma City. And so 6:30 a.m. here, I'm smack dab in Central Time. So thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and get this next one. Oh, you go to a lot of sprints. Okay. There's something about the ease with which you hopped into the chat. You seemed like a natural right away. I thought that you were probably a regular stream participant. Okay, good to have you here. All right, without further ado, go ahead and fire up this next 25-minute block, and we'll get some stuff done. And this cute little timer will start us off. Am I at the club dancing the night away? No, I'm listening to my Focus at Will playlist. Okay, that was a much more productive, not more productive, that was a productive time block. I just got my prices updated just as it was ending. So that was good timing. Yeah, Francis, I don't know. So I've heard recently, I guess, that Etsy is real. I sell my products through Etsy right now. As of last November, when I really spent some time working on it, Etsy was the most cost-effective way for me to do that. And just the method that I was the most familiar with, I guess. But I've heard that it really is not something that is known so much outside of the United States. Based on different things that I've seen, different sellers, I thought that it was international. Gosh, I follow an artist in England who does a lot of sales via Etsy. But now that I think about it, those are really sales to the US. So I really want to look into that because I don't want it to be harder for people who live in other countries to get things that they like. Oh, Shonda says, cleaned off my kitchen table. That kid is such a freeing feeling, right? Cleaned off kitchen table, took your dog out to pee, and then got to read for 10 minutes. That's a very successful time block. I don't know about you, but when I've got that clean surface for a desk or a table like that, it's like it clears some clutter in my actual mind too. What are you reading? And what is your dog's name? And is it a girl or a boy? And what kind of dog is it? Anyone who has been here before knows I just have all of these questions for everyone because everyone is interesting. But if I could get a visual for your little pup. Big dog, little dog, lap dog, regardless of the size of the dog, I would love to know. I wish that we could, well, I was going to say, I wish that we could share photos and YouTube chat, but the words had not even left my mouth before I realized that would probably be a bad idea in oh so many different circumstances when people are not sending inappropriate photos. It would be great to be able to share photos in chat. That would be hard to manage. Ellie, hello, welcome. Glad to have you here. Ellie is one of our writer friends. And okay, let's see. Francis says, Etsy is pretty popular in Europe. Okay, that's good to know. It's just the shipping costs. Yeah, that throws a lot of people off. I don't blame you. Yeah, that can be a lot. And I'm realizing my own ignorance. I don't really know what that kind of shipping cost would be and if there's anything that I can do about it to ease the burden a little bit. Yeah, okay. I really want to look into that. I'm going to do some research. Shonda says, I need to do productive things today. Doing your chores first as fast as you can, and then whatever time is left, I get to read. Oh, I am such a fan of that approach. Absolutely. If I try to do the things that I want to do first, all the chores, they're just nagging away at me. Yeah, I can just like get them done and over with. And then it's something about the time that you spend reading feels more earned, I guess. That's how I am, at least. Oh, your dog is a boy, a Chihuahua named Oliver. That is perfect. I got a very good image in my head of a little baby Chihuahua named Oliver. That's very cute. That's a little bitty dog. Does Oliver hate the cold? Chihuahuas, I know, get cold easily, and they're often shivering. Does he let you put sweaters on him? These are the things I need to know. Ellie, yeah, so glad to have you here. Are you writing right now? Are you using sprints to work. Do you ever use the sprints? Like sometimes I'll follow along with, our friend AllyDeatherageArt, especially her Tuesday night and Thursday night sprints. I use the sprint just to like wrap up loose ends for the workday a lot to help me like get that final concentration push. Do you ever use them for work, Ellie, or do you just use them for writing? Curious minds want to know. Well, usually I end with a 10-minute. Well, I guess that would work out. Yeah, sorry that I have to hop off. It's 7 a.m. where I am, and that is I do like one last short time block, one last short sprint. I would go for longer if I could, but I really can't. Got a lot to do today, so I got to dive into it. Let's see here. Francis has a to-do list as well. Yep. Yeah, Francis is on here as well doing productivity, like household sprints, which I am for. You'll be writing, but writing on your planner first. Yeah. Ever since I started doing the first sprint just to do like morning pages or like a planner, it helps me get my mind set for the day. Chandra is here as well. Yes. Actually, I was going to say I was going to do a 10-minute sprint to end, but I'm actually thinking I'll do a 15-minute. We've got the time for it. Not when you do experiments. Yes, I would imagine doing actual scientific experiments don't fit into the confines of a 25-minute time block. And we're like, stop what you're doing, stop the experiment. Science must wait because this time block is over. It's not as conducive. I don't know what you look like, Ellie, but I definitely am imagining like a lab with beakers and tubes and like steam and things spraying all over the place. And you're like, I can't stop now. I don't know. Listen, I'm tired today, my friends. And now I'm all up in my imagination about the lab that you were working in. But desk work, absolutely. Yeah, stuff like that is more conducive to a sprint. Oh, and Shonda says, we have Shonda and Chandra, or Chandra. Still similar. We move out of state further up north in Indiana. Oh, I'm originally from Iowa, Shonda. Yes. Brutal 15-inch snows. Oliver was miserable and he hated it. Oof, I do relate to that. I actually went to the University of Northern Iowa. So Iowa, but north, and so that was, the years I spent, 6 years in undergrad and grad school, walking like half a mile to my classes and that kind of weather. I don't even understand how or why. Okay, Ellie says you do experiments though. Oh, wait, we said that already. Science is the ultimate diva. Doesn't work around any sprints or the 9 to 5 experience. I kind of like it though. Science is like, I'm going to have it my way. I'm going to do what I want and you can't stop me. And we're like, well, you're very helpful. So, okay. Lab coats. Nice. Lab coats are your thing. That's your uniform. Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Awesome. A good reading goal for the day. What an excellent goal for a Tuesday. Okay. Oh boy, I would just love to sit and chat for the whole rest of the time. But let's go ahead and fire off our last 10 or 15-minute sprint. And I'll check back in with all of you. I'm going on mute. I'm just playing DJ over here. Just some real good driving tunes this morning from my Focus at Will playlist, which uses music science to give you a playlist that helps you concentrate. I swear by it. Okay, let's see. Ellie. Oh, Shonda says to Ellie. Okay, it's a murder mystery. I really want to find out who did it. My husband saw the title, was concerned. Oh, that's hilarious, and also a concerning title that'll get someone's attention. That was a good little last sprint for me. I was able to look at my Etsy shop and just kind of clean up a few things that I haven't attended to in a little while. And then I don't know if Francis is still here, but Francis, I'm going to look into the international shipping because the print on demand business that I use has warehouses and locations both in Europe and in the United States. And so like a cursory search, I didn't have time to really dig into it, but a cursory search shows that they can have some lower prices for orders sometimes in Europe. That's as far as I got. It wasn't conclusive. It would probably just be a matter of me figuring out a route other than or in addition to Etsy for selling the products. And just starting to dig into it. So I'm just glad that we have this conversation today because that inspired me to really look into it. I have family and friends who live in various places in Europe. And so not that they have to buy my stuff, but if somebody wants something, then I would like for it to be convenient for people who live there as well. Okay. Anyway, Chandra got 192 words. That is good for just 15 minutes. That's wonderful. He really it has guide in the title, right? He's like, it says right there, it's a guide. This is obviously a guidebook. You're like, it's fiction, I swear. Finished planning. Now I'm going to start revising for a test. By test, do you mean an exam you're going to take or a laboratory test? I'm leaning toward like a laboratory test. You got your hypothesis set up and your different variables. How fun. Sanitize all the doorknobs and light switches because COVID is scary. Yes. Cleaned the litter box maybe. Finished a that was a lot. That was a lot that you did in 15 minutes. Shonda, you were running around the place. That's great. Yes, I definitely in this last year, I never really was a hand sanitizer person. I wasn't opposed to it. I just didn't really keep it with me at all, ever. I wash my hands a lot, but I didn't do the hand sanitizer thing. And now I honestly can't really imagine not doing that. Like, I think that's one of the things that I will keep like forever. And why not, right? I keep a nice little squirt bottle in my car in the center console, and I'm driving and I can just, with one hand, just like squirt it into my hands. It's become second nature now. And also in addition to not getting COVID, I also don't want other stuff. I could go without a cold, and so if hand sanitizer helps with that, then I am all for it and keeping some in my purse as well. An actual test. Rather have an experimental test. Yes. I would imagine conducting your own test is much more fun than taking somebody else's. Okay, litter box. Okay. I figured, Shonda. You got yourself a couple little fur babies over there. That's nice. I bet both of them do not like the winter weather. Well, I need to take off, friends. I did use the last couple of minutes to shift my mind to priorities. I've got a lot coming up these next few months, so I gotta get some stuff done today. So thank you to all of you for joining me this morning. It was truly delightful to catch up with you and to have you joining in with me for these productivity sprints. If any of you are around tomorrow and would like to hop in as well, I'll be here starting at 5:45 Central Time once again. And then on Friday mornings, I start a little bit later. I start at 7:30 a.m. Central Time, and I go till usually between 11:30 and 12:30 then, which is nicer, just easier to join when I'm around for longer. Thank you for hosting. Had a productive time as always. Wonderful. Glad to hear it. Coco is an Ellie. Thank you. Thank you. And you're welcome. You're welcome. Coco's my elderly baby. Oh, turning 14 this year. She is a princess, and deservedly so. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you again another